Yeah, it was a fun game. Games where just like at the very first of it, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna win like 30,000 points, and then for the rest of it, you just kind of coast. Also, I'm up to what is it? Um, 200 or 2,137 R now. Yeah, that's pretty insane. I don't think anyone on the Tenhou ranking is higher than that on the monthly one at least. Let's check. Rokudan. Oh wait, Saru did have over me. Saru got here, I'll show it real quick. Ta-da. Saru had 136. But with that first I went over him again. How are they not 7 Dan yet? They've been up here like longer than I have. Estimated. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Back to the game. As always, if you have any questions or anything that you saw in the game, or anything about or anything that I talk about, just let me know and I'll reply. Okay, questions. Let's see. First one, East 1, 12th turn. Actually, East 1-1, second turn. I think that's what it says. Okay, what do I drop here? Normally west? Did I drop something else? No. Maybe it was East 1, 12th turn. No, this hand ended very quickly. I don't know why I had a question for that one. Or maybe it was the 12th turn on this one? Let's see. No, there's no 12th turn. Yeah, so I guess it was East 1-1, second turn. The reason I throw west here is because I already got 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't, or maybe I was wondering, should I throw the 6-0 first? I don't think so, because even though I do have this right here and these right here, if I can upgrade a shape, for instance, like this one right here, then that's not bad. Or if I get like the best thing that I can, which is like Pinfu, Dora, Tanyao, Sanshoku, that's also a advantage that I have. So I think getting west right here is okay. The reason why I get rid of west over Chun is because Chun is already 2 out. West isn't out yet, so it's still usable by the west wind. And even if I draw west, I'm not that happy. I'm not going to get rid of 2 Dora, and I'm probably not going to... I technically get rid of this shape, but that kind of blocks in my hand a little bit further. I really want to keep around this 6-0 in case I can get rid of the Kanchan right there. And then I can open up with a 5,800 point hand. Okay, next one. East 1, 3, second turn, third turn, and 10th turn. There is no East 1, 3. I guess I meant East 1, 2. Second turn. What do we got here? So we got 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 block, 6 block. So what do we drop? So we got 2 pairs right here. Those synergize together because now we can get the 1, the 9, and also still utilize the 3. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. We're not going to get rid of this, obviously. This has more improvement than any of this, and so probably something from here. This is a Ryanmen, so probably something from here, and so we can get rid of 4 or 1. What's the benefit of either? guess if we get rid of 1, it gives us more chances to potentially even upgrade this hand to Tanyao. The 1 is kind of hanging as well. If we get a 5, then the shape becomes kind of interesting. So we get a 1, 3, I'm sorry, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means we'll still have the 3 Kanchan, but now it's easy to improve with like a 5, a 6, or an 8. I don't think we should be worrying about Itsu much here, mainly because we already have the Dora. So like Pinfu, Dora is already really OP. Plus, we need several specific tiles and some pretty bad shapes for Itsu. And we already have some pretty good improvement tiles. Because Itsu is going to take up at least 3 of your slots, whereas we have 1 right here, and this is pretty nice. So yeah, I think getting rid of 1 right here is okay. Dun, dun, dun. Next one is third turn. 6. What do we do? Yeah, I guess getting rid of 3 is not that bad, but so we got 6 blocks right now if we include this as a block. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we can, I really want to update or upgrade this hand to Tanyao. Tanyao Pinfu Dora would be very, very nice. We're still missing a head for that. The 3 is kind of beneficial for that. And regarding our bad shapes, because we now upgrade this, we got Ryeonmin, 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 so 3 double-sided weights, and now we got a Kanchan right here, a Penchan pair right here, and then a pair right here. So, if we can get rid of any one of those, it's pretty good. So maybe throwing the 3 right here is okay, because it maximizes our chance to get rid of at least one of them. And as soon as we complete any of these 3 bad shapes that we have, then we'll just throw away the other ones and we're left with nothing but good shapes. But the potential for Tanyao upgrade is kind of nice, though we have like 2 pairs that are 1s and 9s, so it's kind of hard. Do. I guess 3 pin's okay here. 1 so is also kind of okay. Yeah, I like 3 pin, I guess. Because even if we do get the 1 right here, then, you know, we got all double-sided pairs, or double-sided shapes, and we have the Dora. Plus I'm dealer. Yeah, I guess 3 is okay there. What did I do in game? I did the 3. Okay. Next one, 10th turn. Haha. Break up this one? Yeah. That. Again. Smogity every single tile I find. And boom. What should we do here? Yeah, not con. We're still like 2 Shanten. So conning isn't that great of an idea. But we could throw out the Tuso. So we have a Sanshoku chance right here with 5, 6, 5, 6, and then we could either get 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. But I don't know. How happy are we with the 3-so? Currently the 3-so has just 1 out. So there's still 3 remaining. If we get the 3-so, then we'll break up one of our Ryeonmins. But it will put us in 1 Shanten, so that's pretty good. So that's 3 extra tiles for 1 Shanten. What this gives us, if we keep it around, is that if we do get into Tenpai with it, we can con, and then whoa, and then Riichi, and then whoa. But we already got some good value with this hand, and we're in first place, so Kane I don't think is that great. And even though it's only 3 tiles, it's not bad. And if anyone reaches, then, well, we're going to be defending anyway. So, yeah, I guess throwing out the 1 right here is alright. If it was a little bit earlier on, maybe keep it. But I don't know. Like, at this point in the game, I don't think so. Or if it was a flat situation. If it was a flat situation and we were maybe, like, up here on, like, the 4th turn or so, probably throw 2 Sozu. Shorey says, I think Zero recommends conning right away, or not at all. Yeah, I think in this point situation, conning is not a great idea. If we were in a flat situation like this, though, I don't know. I don't like conning with a. I don't like conning right away with the two shants in hand. The benefit that we get from the three so isn't that great, so I'm kind of tempted to throw out two. But in this case, yeah, just throw out the one again. Wait. Next up, East. 3, 3rd, 6th, and 7th turn. So East 3, hella points. Dora is the 4. Oh, so this is a question of, well, since I have like this really big lead, should I keep around a safe-ish tile, or should I just keep trying to maximize my Ukeide? So looking at the hand, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks already. The 2 is kind of nice because if we get like a 3, we can upgrade. It can also use the door as well. And technically, we also have Itsu Chance. The Penchant's kind of lonely, but it's one of our blocks that we have right now. The 6 is nice because we can take in a 5, red 5 even, or a 7. So, should we throw out the West or go with all that stuff? I don't know. Even generally speaking, within the first 6 turns, I try not to keep many safe tiles because if you are trying to defend, as in like if you were willing to throw away your hands to just throw out everything, it's pretty easy to defend in most cases unless you get really, really unlucky. Even like right now, it's only like the 3rd turn, and we still can see, oh, I have like 2 safe tiles for 2 people right here. Yeah. Even though we do have like South 3, or I'm sorry, even though it's East 3 and we have like 30,000 points ahead of 2nd place, basically. Yeah, I still like, pushing for it as much as we can. Not too much. As soon as anyone like reaches or anything, then bail, run away because we don't need to fight. But yeah, I think keeping a safe tile this early on and sacrificing some of your potential is pretty bad, especially in this case because we have like 2 penchants. We really don't want to keep those around. Whenever we have a big lead like this, the best hands that we can get are the ones that are decent amount of safety in them, as well as we can do it without Ricci. If Ricci does increase the winning rate of them, like I think there's an example a little bit later on, then it's okay. But if we can Dama and just win, that's great. Because if anyone reaches there, even if we do have EV positive with our hand, we don't have to fight them. We already have like tons of points. So I think keeping this around or throwing this out to keep our improvements around is a little bit better here. 6th turn. Ooh. At that point, go 5 block? Or 6 block? I think at that point, go 6 block. And at this point, what do you do? Okay, so this is kind of interesting because this shape right here, the 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 shape. So if you keep around the 1, the benefit that you have is that if you get the 3, you're still left over with the 4, 6, 8 shape. And that's like the benefit of it. You can keep your Ryankon even if you complete this 1, 2, 3 first. Whereas if you throw the 1 and then you get a 3, you technically have the 6, 8, but meh. And also if you have the 2, 5, I'm sorry, the 2, 4, 6, 8, and we draw 5, we can also still use the 1, 2 because we have to throw out the 8. But if we have 2, 4, 6, 8 and we get a 5, then this can only become 1 block. So what should we throw here? So both of them are technically Penchant. The 1, 2, 3 in this. And then this does give a little bit more utility to that. Though for the base Ukeide for this next one, for, what is that? To get to 1 Shanten, it would probably be the 1. But beyond that is a bit tricky. One other benefit of keeping this right here around is safe tiles. If we look on the field, we got a 9 right here that's safe for them. Nothing over here except, oh, we got 7. And then for the dealer, which is nice and important, we got the 8, and also the 8 came out early, so the 9 is also relatively safe to them as well. And we don't have any other safe tiles, so if we do drop this, we're kind of like putting ourselves in a... Oh wait, I'm sorry, they're not dealer. This is dealer. We're putting ourselves in a situation where, for like a little bit of gain, we're losing a couple of safe tiles. And in this case, where our hand is pretty mediocre, and we already have a lot of points, that small like direction change can be worth it. So even if we do throw this and we're losing some of the utility of this nice shape, we keep the benefit of keeping these safe tiles around. So meh. Plus, we're about to go into the second row, and that's when you want to start slimming down your hand. That's when you want to start worrying about, okay, someone is like expected to like be in Tempire to reach any second now. What do I do? So I don't think 1-so is bad right here. Normally, I think this would be 8-9, but in this specific case, because we have the safe tiles right here, I think 1-so is okay. And then I think I also had 7th turn question. What do you do right here? Huh. So I think in this case I threw out the 2-so, but I think that might be incorrect. If we do still care about safety, then the 8-9 Manzu is pretty good for these two. Though if we care about getting our hand to something that's actually like, you know, good, a Tanyao switch is pretty nice right here. For instance, if we throw the 9, switch our pair to this one right here, then we have the 3-6-8 shape, pair of the 2 Sozu, and now if we get a 3 or a 6, then we can switch over a Tanyao right here, which we can open that as well. Yeah, I kind of like Q-pin right here. It's not that much safer. I mean, like, if someone did reach, I'd probably throw, like, in this case, that, or in these two cases, this. But I guess keeping around the 9-pin is a little bit safer than the 2-so. But if we look at how we can just, like, disarm people's hands by winning, then the 9-pin is definitely better. In the normal case, definitely 9-pin, I think, but... Or maybe even just the 9-8. But in this specific case, I think maybe 9-pin? Yeah, maybe 9-pin. Meh. Take a picture, send it to people. Okay, next up. East 4, 8th turn. Oh, this is interesting. Should I keep the Chitoitsu chance, or should I keep the chance for this? If I do end up in Tenpai, I really want it to be a good weight. Which in this case is either going to be a 1-4 or a 9 Sozu and Ton. Plus, I'm still willing to open up this hand if it comes out. So, yeah. And also, if I do keep the 7 around, I can draw the 8 and then reach you on the 1-4. So that's not bad right there. But if I drop the 7, then I lose that, but I gain 6, 3, and 2. Though I'm not really that happy with many of them for Ricci, because, well, I guess I could stay Dama, but even then, I want to maximize the chances I have to win and continue this game. So that's why I thought, yeah, rather than keeping this around, throw out the 3, because this is kind of like a bottleneck right here. And so if I can get this 8 and then be left over with the 1-2, that'd be really good. And I still kind of like that. Then I was wondering, like, oh, should I Richi this in the game? Where is it? 10th turn, I think. Alright, should we Richi? So if we Richi, then we're going to be waiting on 9 Sozu and East. If we don't Richi, then we're waiting on the East. I don't think Richi is that bad, though, because the wait's really good. If a person does want to push, or if another person does Okake Reach, then the East especially is like a very good tile that's like, oh, might come out. Similarly, like this type of weight's really good because if a person has, I don't know, let's say a East pair in their hand, and they don't want to like, you know, like really push the reach, but they don't want to defend against it either, then they could be willing to fight with that. So yeah, like whenever I see a Shabo like this is like A-class Shabo. Even though I have like, you know, a big lead, it doesn't matter because the reach you can, I think, actually increase the chances of me winning this. Because if I stay Dama right now, I can't use the 9. And if I do reach, then if someone does want to defend, the East isn't looking that bad. Speaking of which, I'm curious.
Each.
What did they have that they wanted to push me with? Okay, so they were just Tenpai. Or not one, they're one Shanten, but like a really good, like complete almost one Shanten. The only safe tiles that they had were the 4 and the 8, which would break up their shapes, and so they're like, no, I want to keep going a little. I'll risk that. And explosion. Similarly, this guy right here, holding on to this. Interesting. Hoi. Next up, South 2. First, second, third, sixth, seventh turn. Basically all of South 2. I was very questioning. Okay, so we got 1 block, technically 2 block, 3 block, and we got the 4 right here, so 4 block. And we got this East right here. I think this is like the same as before. Should we keep a safe tile right here or not? Probably not this early on. It is a little bit more dangerous, but the benefits are pretty nice. All the tiles that we have as well. The 3, the 6, the floating 6 right here are all pretty good. Let's see, second turn, third turn. 1. Oh, okay. So this is kind of interesting. So technically this 1 increases our Shanten by 1. But it's kind of bad, because like we have like a 1-3, 1 block, 4-6, 2. We got this, 3. Then we got this, 4, and 5. So we could throw out 3 or 6 for that, but it's kind of iffy. Because we're left with like 2 Kanchans, basically. Whereas if we throw out the 1, then we can build on the 6, we can build on the 7, and we can build on the 3 as well. Shimocho was in Damaten. Oh, from the last turn? What was that one? That one was East 4. No, they were in Damaten for Pinfu. Why didn't they reach? That looks like a good reach, too. I guess they didn't want to risk it with Pinfu at that point. But because they're already in last, I kind of like Richi there. Let's see. Wait, back to South 2. So yeah, even though the 1 does technically give us 1 more Shanten, it's a really abysmal one, and so yeah, I like throwing that out, keeping the upgrade chances for the 6, 7, and 3. Because even if I do get to Tenpai, it's going to be probably a bad shape, worthless Tenpai, which is the one thing you want to avoid. Or one of the things, at least. Third turn. Ooh, okay. So this is kind of interesting, because the shape right now gives us the chance to either get Ipeiko with the 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, or we can use it as 6, 6 pair with the 7, 8, 9 run. South 2. So what should I throw here? If we can treat this as 2 solid blocks, then we got 1, 2. We got 3, and then we got 4. So should we keep this around, or should we throw it? So I guess in this case, it's like, I don't want to reach if I can help it, especially um, South 2, I have a giant lead. The only way I could possibly lose this is if I play stupid, if I deal into people when I shouldn't be dealing into people. Into hands that I should not be dealing into. That being said, if I do keep, let's say I throw the 6 out and I keep this around. I can't take in the 7, which is kind of nice. Because I'd still have my pair there. If I take in the 3, I'm kind of sad because that would just be like a meh hand. And then we already have the 1 that was thrown out over here, and so... yeah, I guess 6 is okay to throw here. We're losing the 7, but we gain... What do we gain? We gain the 7 right here for instant 1 Shanten with Kutsuki Tenpai. We gain technically the 3, even though we'd have to reach, but if we get a double-sided weight, that might not be that bad. Yeah, I guess 6 is okay there. Even though I really don't want to reach, the added benefit that I get from potentially getting these other 7s and instantly having a pair to fix them with is not bad. Pinfu, Tanyao, Ipeiko. I don't need more points. In the game, I threw that one, though, locked in this so that I could potentially go for Pinfu and keep it closed. And then in the case they did draw the 7, I could just find my pair elsewhere, is what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know about this one. If it was 1 off, maybe. But because it's like right connected to it, and I draw the 5, it already connects to this, and so I think probably through the 6. Alright, next one. 6th turn. And then Shori is also asking, I cut the 9 so over the west at one point. Oh, this is nice, so I got that. So at this point, Kutsuki Tenpai. Throw out, oh no, throw out the 6. Still still 2 Shanten. Got a pair right there, so now I can throw out the 7. Guess I can throw out the 7. Or actually, should I throw out the 9? So if I throw out the 7, then I can get Tenpai on the 3 or the 6, as well as the 2 and the 5. But if I get Tenpai on the 3 and the 6, I have to reach. If, on the other hand, I throw out the 9, then I get Tenpai on the 2 and the 5, where I'm still Damaten with the 7. I lose the 3 and the 6, but if I do get a 6 or an 8, I can throw out the 6 and 8 right here of Sozu, and then upgrade over to Pinfu, where I don't have to reach at all with that. So I guess the question is, would I be willing to reach? Or I guess, would I be willing to, if I'm not willing to reach, would I be willing to take a Tenpai where I'm just Tenpai, but I can only win from Sumo? Kind of leaning towards the 9 so right here. The board's looking really lively too. We got some 7s and 3s that are thrown over here. 6 right there, 7, 2 right here. So it doesn't look like a slow round, to my eyes at least. Plus the door is still unseen, and so that's another thing to worry about. That being the case, I probably don't want to reach with Richinomi, even if it's a double-sided weight with this lead, mainly because it doesn't give me that much benefit. Like, even if dealer goes on a rampage, most likely someone's going to Tobi before they catch me. Kind of leaning towards 9 so. What did I do in game? 7. Okay. And then 7th turn. Oh, so this is the one that you're like, oh, why did you throw the west over the 9 so right here. Let's see. Shori says specifically, obviously, understand the logic behind the guarantee safe tile and the guarantee Yaku at the same time. Isn't maintaining the option to go Yaku or Yanmen and reach in case the 3 so is fine. I guess that's the big question here. Is am I willing to reach if I draw a 6 or a 3 Sozu? So right now, actually, this turn I think I probably should have thrown the 9 because I can't see any of the Dora. So I probably would not be willing to reach in this situation. On this turn, though, we can now see 2 of the Dora that are gone. That kind of kills off the Mensu opportunity for that. And so at this point, it's like, well, actually, I probably would take the 2-5. So yeah, I think specifically because the 2 west of, or I'm sorry, the 2 Dora have come out, I think that it is okay to throw the west right here, even though we are keeping the safe tile and the guaranteed Yaku. If we do draw a 3 or a 6, I think we'd be willing to reach. Mainly because the only usable Dora at that point are probably going to be the red Dora. Though if this turn was like this question, say like right here, I probably would also throw the 9 Sozu. But with the Dora gone, yeah, I think maximizing Ukiide and just going for Ricci if we get it is good. And of course, if we draw this first, then we could always just Dama. Yeah. It's interesting how like the number of Doras that you can see kind of influences that, especially with the big lead. Because like, I don't know, if you do like a Ricci Nomi on like a double side weight, it's not necessarily that bad in most normal cases. But whenever you have like a giant lead and you're basically just looking for ways not to die, seeing the Dora and not seeing the Dora are two big differences. Because if you Ricci like that and the dealer has an Anko of the tune, and then the dealer's like, I don't care, Ricci, and they run you for an 18,000 point hand, instantly your 42,000 point lead is now, what is that, 6,000. Actually, you just lost another from your Ricci, so 4,000 points. Which isn't that good, I think, with this lead. Even if they like sumo something like that, it's not near as like painful. Plus, the other 2 people get sunk down, and now they're 1 shot away from Tobing. But because the door is hard to use, and also 2 of them are already dead, I think it's okay in this situation right here. Yeah. And I think that's all my notes for this game. Unless anyone else had any questions over anything. For instance, what is my secret? How do I get 3rd turn Ricci, Pinfu, Ipatsu as dealer?
Each. Don.
The answer is pure skill. Absolutely. Definitely no luck involved in any of this. Nope. Yep, see right here? Get the Takame, yeah. Happen to have it come out after this person Ricci's. All pure skill. Definitely not an ounce of luck in that. Okay. So yeah. It's like 5:40 here, and I probably need to eat once today, so I guess I'll go get food and then come back and stream some more. So, thanks for watching. Oh, Shori says, Urasuji of the Ricci tile? Who waits on that? Wait, let's see. This one right here? Or no?
Each.
Not that one. This one right here. Oh, Urasuji, okay.
Each.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that is true.
Chi.
And they were probably Tenpai, I'm guessing, as well.
Chi.
Oh, that's such a... Is that... Yeah, that's Ichio Tenpai. That's a questionable push. But I guess they didn't have any other safe tiles, so taking Tempai right there is okay. Yeah, I guess that's alright. It's fairly unlucky that I had this. Alright, catch you later.